So open world games offer players an entire expansive world to explore, a sandbox of possibility that gives players a unique sense of freedom. Instead of being guided directly from mission to mission, players are free to wander the landscape, uncover hidden secrets, and stumble across moments that unfold naturally throughout exploration. This design creates a feeling that few other genres in gaming can replicate, a sense of immersion in a living, unpredictable world. Whether you're traversing early Western America, busy city streets filled with crime, or the remains of a city that once was, open world games invite players to lose themselves in possibility. This core idea of freedom is the basis for the eerie nature of these games as well, though. Within these worlds lie strange glitches, dark secrets, and unsettling discoveries that were never meant to be found. I'm Queasy, and these are eerie secrets found in open world games. Ocarina of Time 3D is a game that I still remember pretty fondly from my childhood. By pretty fondly, I mean I was like 4, but it was fun for the time. Most people remember this game for its unique sense of wonder. Sprawling fields, hidden temples, and the quiet mystery of Hyrule. But there's one small building near the edge of Lake Hylia that feels different. The Lakeside Laboratory. It looks harmless from the outside, a small research shack sitting peacefully over the water. But when you step inside, the tone changes immediately. The sound of the overworld fades, replaced by an empty echo. Inside the building full of weird science experiments lies a pool, and once you dive down into it, a lifeless shark, frozen behind bars, just floating there. People have debated the meaning of this for years. Some people think it's just like an Easter egg or a reference to something, but the way it's framed makes it feel intentional. The tank's too deep to reach, the lighting's off, and the silence in the lab makes the shark's motionless form just feel like it's waiting for something. This weird feature is pretty unsettling to me as a kid. I just kept waiting for something, a quest, a reference, or anything to happen or come from this, and it never does. In retrospect, in the Big 25, it's really not that scary, it's just a fucking shark. But the mystery of it is what hits hard for me. It's a fear born out of curiosity. You found something that the game didn't expect you to notice. Something that doesn't belong. GTA San Andreas is widely regarded as the most ambitious game of its time. When the game came out in 2004, it felt endless, with massive cities, deserts, mountains, oceans, everything. For a lot of people, this was the first game of this genre that really felt like a full living world. But for others, it felt a little bit too alive. With almost 30 million copies sold, rumors were bound to start flying around. Rumors started to spread online about things hiding in the game's farthest, deepest corners. Strange figures in the woods, creatures in the water, even ghosts in abandoned shacks. But one of the earliest and most famous stories was something lurking deep beneath the waves. The Loch Ness Monster. Players swore they'd seen it, a massive shadow gliding beneath them in the lake. Sometimes it was described as a sea serpent, other times as a huge eel or dinosaur-shaped silhouette. It didn't appear in any mission or official file list, but rumors kept piling up. Some even reported being attacked after staying underwater too long. Unfortunately though, there was never any real proof. Most of the references to this came from lighting, glitches, or just mods, but Rockstar later ended up playing into these rumors. When GTA 5 came out a few years later, players of course went back looking for these monsters. But this time they found something. During the Cayo Perico heist finale in GTA Online, the creature, dubbed the Los Santos Monster, can be seen out on the coast bobbing up and down in the water. In addition to this, there's also a sand sculpture of the monster on the island, which is pretty cool. Even though this is a clever, creepy little nod, It's nothing compared to the horrors found in the Fallout franchise. In the southwest corner of the Capital Wasteland, there's a building most people avoid. It's small, decrepit, and unremarkable at first glance. Whispering can be heard throughout the halls, doors opening and closing, lights flickering on and off. It's known as the Dunwich Building. Inside the building, a story is told. One that begins with Jamie Palabras, a young man searching for his missing father. Throughout the narrative, we find out that Jamie's father had been dabbling in some dark things. Occult experiments, forbidden knowledge, and a book called the Krivbekne.
Krivbekne.
And a book called the Krivbekne. It was a tome tied to a powerful, unspeakable entity known as the Ugg Qualtoth. Throughout the building, you'll find personal journal entries left by Jamie.
Why the hell would he come all the way out here? Dad's been a little nuts for some time now, but not like this. Leaving me in that crappy old hospital without waking me. Without a goddamn flashlight. Maybe I shouldn't have waited so damn long to start tracking him. Trail's gone cold. Gonna wander with these guys a while. They say they wander the area. Maybe somebody's seen Dad.
At first, Jamie presents himself as cautious, careful, and determined to find his father. But the deeper he goes into his journey, the building seems to fight back.
Don't like the look of this place. Don't like the smell. Gives me the creeps. Don't want to risk a shot at the crows till I know what's in there. Sneaking in tonight. The raiders told spook stories about zombies in the ruins. Never saw anything like that where I come from. But Lord help me, they're real. Not quite what Thor said, but close. These things look... I think they really used to be people.
As you get closer to the final tape, his voice begins to change.
God help me. I found Dad today. I didn't think it was him, but... the face. The zombies didn't touch him. I think he was becoming like them. Didn't know it was him until I found that old book near him. No more killing. I just need to go. Can't forget the book. All I have left of him. It's warm against the stone. I'll just rest a while. Sharp knife. Sharp knife to send him to Deep Temple. Flay and say my words. Abdul comes again on the Feast of the Weaker. Feast for the Deep Temple.
His words become fragmented until the final log.
Born again. Here. Al-Hazaret. Yes. Yes.
He speaks of a feast and the rebirth of the Ugg-Qualtoth. When you finally reach the Underchambers, the culmination of Jamie's story becomes horrifyingly real.
Take me back to old Yazoo. Everything up here is new.
The young man you once followed the story of has become something else entirely. A ghoul, a guardian for the dark power his father unleashed. The Dunwich Building isn't just a lone building in Fallout 3. It's a story of obsession, of curiosity turning into madness, of a world that feels alive enough to punish those who dig too deep. And for players wandering in the halls, it's a reminder, some secrets are buried for a reason. Even in a world as alive as Red Dead Redemption 2, there's corners that just feel wrong. Places where the game's realism bends just enough to let the impossible creep in. One such corner lies in the northern forests and the abandoned plains of the Heartland. On the outskirts of the world, players can stumble across a small, decrepit house. At first glance, it seems unenterable, but by climbing carefully, you can find a pried open window. Inside, a rundown, eerie lab awaits. Blood is smeared across tables, potions are scattered throughout, and in the back of the room, hangs a man-animal hybrid.
There's no scientific proof, no real evidence of a man-bear pig.
Well, there's a lot of smart people saying man-bear pig is real.
Yeah, and a lot of smarter people saying it isn't, okay? What you need to understand, Susan, is that everyone has an agenda, okay? Everyone wants to use the fear of a man-bear-pig to get what they want. So they throw around bad science, bad taxidermy. People coming out of the woodwork are now experts on the subject.
Sketches of other weird creatures are scattered throughout the walls, hinting at the strange scale of the madness that happened here. The paranormal aspect of this game doesn't stop here, though. In the northwestern corner of Lyon, just next to the town sign, a ghost train can occasionally be spotted riding down the railroad at around 3 a.m.
Yeah, let's go.
This rare phenomenon is fleeting, but its sudden appearance adds to the sense that something beyond logic is working in this game. In Emerald Ranch after 9 a.m., players can glimpse a woman standing silently in a window, just staring off in the distance before, eventually, fading away, as though she were never really there at all. These discoveries, scattered all throughout the map and hidden in plain sight, remind players that the world of Red Dead Redemption 2 is far from static. It rewards those who wander, those who linger, and those who notice the small, uncanny details that turn everyday exploration into something unforgettable. Before we get into the final game, I kind of wanted to go over some honorable mentions because I didn't want to write any more script. In Skate 3, NPCs will just randomly spawn on top of buildings and then just full fucking sprint off.
There's 3 of them. There's a bunch of random people on top of this building. I don't know how they got up here. I don't know if this is a glitch or this is purposeful.
And that's pretty unexplainable. There's no mention of it anywhere in the code or anything. Also, in Boley, if you walk up to this certain house at a certain time of the day, I forgot, you'll hear a domestic dispute with a baby crying in the background and punching and all that. It's really weird. And finally, most people know this one, but in Arkham Knight, sometimes when you're grappling, the main bat will just fucking scare the shit out of you. So that's pretty cool. Far Cry 5 is naturally pretty unsettling in nature, as is, full of forests, rivers, and abandoned buildings. Most of the world is violent in obvious ways, but the small things are the ones that stick with you. For example, if you look at this rundown barn just tucked away in the woods, on certain occasions you can see something horrifying. A figure, seemingly just dragging a body across the floor. There's no mission tied to it, no explanation whatsoever. It's just there. If that isn't weird and unsettling enough, in a little shack there's a phone that sometimes rings, and if you pick it up, you'll hear the voice of a young girl crying and pleading, asking for help. No context, no follow-up, just the echo of her fear over the phone line. I'm not sure if you know who this is throughout the game, because I never actually fully beat it, but I'm pretty sure this is just there for no reason. When you're completely alone in this massive world, the silence between missions usually starts to weigh on you. You might wander into an empty town, find a monster hidden deep in the woods, or see something moving just out of your line of sight. There's no jump scare, no music cue, no real reason that should be there. And that's what makes this so uniquely frightening. Open world games don't tell you when to be scared. They just let you be. Open world games give you freedom, yeah, but with that freedom comes isolation. They don't hold your hand. They don't tell you when to be afraid. They just let you see it. And maybe that's why we keep coming back. Because for every secret we uncover, there are countless others waiting quietly in the shadows, ready to remind us that the most powerful scares aren't shouted at us, they're discovered.